Welcome to English Passage, your destination to learn English with stories. This guide is part of our mission to help you improve your English by listening, imagining, and connecting through narrative. Whether you're watching our videos or reading this guide, you're taking steps toward confident, natural communication. Each chapter uses storytelling to help you feel the rhythm of English grammar, just like we do on our channel. Let's begin this journey together. What you learn in this video. Each chapter focuses on a key grammar rule and opens with a clear explanation of what the rule means, followed by a short story that demonstrates it naturally. 1. Subject-verb agreement. Learn to match subjects with the correct verb forms using a story about Ravi's school routine. 2. Verb tenses. Understand past, present, and future tenses through Aisha's day across time. 3. Articles a and the. Discover how these tiny words shape meaning as a girl meets an owl and unlocks a magical forest. 4. Modal verbs. Explore possibility, permission, and obligation with Arun, a lost traveler in a new city. 5. Prepositions. Master location and time expressions through a treasure map adventure. 6. Pronouns. Avoid repetition and keep sentences smooth as Maria and Jake show you how teamwork and grammar works. 7. Conditionals. Dive into what-if moments with Zoya, a dreamer who wants to fly. 9. Adjectives and adverbs. Add color and detail with a fast rabbit and slow turtle in a legendary race. 9. Passive voice. Shift focus from the doer to the action in a mystery about a missing cake. 10. Common grammar mistakes. Fix everyday errors like it's versus it's and your versus your through quick, funny scenes. Chapter 1. Subject-verb agreement. Understanding sentence harmony. Objectives. Identify the subject and verb in a sentence. Apply subject-verb agreement rules for singular and plural subjects. In this opening chapter, we dive into one of the most essential and foundational grammar rules in English, subject-verb agreement. This rule requires that the verb in a sentence must agree with its subject in number, singular or plural, and person, first, second, or third. It might sound simple, but it's one of the most common areas where English learners make mistakes, especially in spoken language. We bring this rule to life through the story of Ravi, a boy from a quiet town who walks to school every morning. Through his daily routine and observations, we illustrate how verb forms change depending on the subject. For instance, why we say he walks, but they walk, and how this rule shapes every sentence you speak. By the end of the story, learners don't just understand the rule, they feel its rhythm. Chapter 2. Verb tenses. Expressing time through verbs. Objectives. Recognize and use present, past, and future verb tenses. Connect verb tense with time indicators. Example, today, yesterday, tomorrow. Tense is the heartbeat of communication. It tells us when something happens. This chapter focuses on helping learners understand and use the three core tenses in English: past, present, and future. Instead of memorizing conjugation tables, we show learners how tenses work naturally through storytelling. We follow Aisha across 3 days in her life: today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Each time period introduces the correct tense. She eats, she ate, she will eat, showing how time shapes the verbs we use. Connection to Chapter 1. Subject-verb agreement continues to apply across different time frames. Practice opportunity. Describe your day in 3 parts: past, present, and future. Match a list of sentences with the correct verb tense. Chapter 3. Articles. Introducing and identifying nouns. Objectives. Distinguish between definite and indefinite articles. Use a, and the appropriately based on context and noun sound. Articles a, and the may be small, but they carry significant meaning. They help us understand whether we're talking about something specific or something general. You'll hear the tale of a young girl who ventures into a mysterious forest. Along the way, she meets an owl, follows a map, and encounters a legendary creature. Through her journey, we explore how using a and an introduces new characters or items, while it brings focus to something already known. Connection to Chapter 1 and 2. Article choice interacts with subject and verb agreement. Practice opportunity. Underline all articles in a short story and explain their use. Write 3 sentences introducing a new object with a or an, then refer back using the. Chapter 4. Modal verbs. Expressing possibility, permission, and obligation. Objectives. Identify and correctly use modal verbs like can, must, should, and might. Understand how modals affect sentence tone and meaning. Modal verbs like can, should, must, and might are essential tools in expressing what's possible, what's allowed, and what's necessary. In this chapter, learners join Arun, a traveler who finds himself lost in a new city with only signs, instinct, and people's advice to guide him. As Arun navigates the unfamiliar streets, he hears and uses modal verbs to ask for help, follow directions, and make decisions. Connections. To Chapter 2, modals often appear with base verbs, and the tense still matters. To Chapter 1, modals remove the need for verb conjugation, but agreement still applies. Practice opportunity. Write advice sentences using should and must. Turn present modals into past forms. Example, she should go, she should have gone. Chapter 5. Prepositions showing time, place, and direction. Objectives. Use prepositions to describe time, place, and movement. Identify prepositional phrases in context. Prepositions are small but powerful words that connect ideas, places, time, and movement. They help answer questions like where, when, and how, bringing precision and clarity to your sentences. Though they may seem simple, prepositions are key to crafting detailed and meaningful descriptions. In this chapter, you'll follow Sam on a thrilling treasure hunt that takes him through enchanted forests, over ancient bridges, into hidden caves, and behind towering stone walls. As he deciphers each clue, he learns how prepositions like under the table, across the river, near the tower, and between the rocks shape the path he must take. With every step, you'll uncover how these tiny words create direction and depth, guiding both Sam's journey and the structure of the language we use every day. Connections. To Chapter 2 and 4, prepositions often modify when or where an action occurs. Chapter 6. Pronouns, replacing nouns for clarity. Objectives. Replace nouns with correct pronouns while maintaining agreement. Understand pronoun antecedent agreement. This chapter covers the use of pronouns, words like he, she, they, it, you, and we, which are used to replace nouns and avoid repetition. Pronouns make language more efficient and natural, helping us avoid repeating the same nouns over and over. We meet Maria and Jake, two friends who solve problems together and help their community by volunteering, organizing events, and offering support to neighbors. As their story unfolds, we show how pronouns clarify who is doing what without making sentences feel clunky or repetitive. By the end of this chapter, learners will see how pronouns can make storytelling smoother and more engaging. Connections. To Chapter 1. Pronouns must agree with verbs just like nouns. To Chapter 3. Using pronouns removes the need for articles. Practice opportunity. Rewrite a paragraph replacing repeated nouns with suitable pronouns. Match each pronoun with its correct antecedent. Chapter 7. Conditionals, imagining possibilities and outcomes. Objectives. Understand and use 0, first, second, and third conditionals. Identify correct tense and structure for each conditional type. What if you could fly? What if you studied harder? What if things had turned out differently? Conditionals are the grammar of possibilities, dreams, and consequences. They allow us to imagine alternate realities, express hopes, give warnings, or talk about regrets. Conditionals help us explore both real and imaginary outcomes based on specific conditions. In this chapter, we join Zoya, a curious dreamer with a vivid imagination who constantly wonders about how things could be different. She envisions soaring above the clouds if she had wings, winning a contest if she had practiced more, or helping others if she had more time. Through her dreams and thoughts, we uncover how each type of conditional paints a different scenario, from certain truths to improbable fantasies. As we follow her reflections, learners begin to understand how structure and tense shape each kind of if sentence, and how conditionals can bring storytelling and reasoning to life. Connections. To Chapter 2. Conditionals rely on specific tenses. To Chapter 4. Modal verbs often appear in conditionals. Practice opportunity. Write one sentence in each conditional form. Complete what if. Prompts creatively using conditionals. Chapter 8. Adjectives and adverbs describing people, things, and actions. Objectives. Differentiate between adjectives and adverbs. Use descriptive words to enhance writing. This chapter focuses on description. Adjectives describe nouns. Example, a happy child, while adverbs describe actions. Example, runs quickly. We retell the story of the rabbit and the turtle to demonstrate how description works. The rabbit is fast, adjective, but he runs lazily, adverb. Connections. To Chapter 6. Pronouns interact with adjectives and adverbs. To Chapter 1. Verbs must still agree with subjects. Practice opportunity. Describe a scene using adjectives and adverbs. Identify all descriptive words in a passage and their functions. Chapter 9. Passive voice, shifting focus from doer to action. Objectives. Recognize and construct passive voice sentences. Know when to use passive instead of active voice. Sometimes, what happened is more important than who did it. That's where the passive voice comes in, a unique sentence structure that emphasizes the action rather than the doer. The passive voice is especially useful when the person performing the action is unknown, unimportant, or implied by context. In this chapter, we dive into a playful mystery. Someone has eaten the cake. But who? Through clues, interviews, and suspenseful moments, we explore how passive voice helps create intrigue, shift focus, and control the flow of information. By solving the mystery, learners begin to see how the passive form can be just as expressive and important as the active voice taught. Connections. To Chapter 1. Verb forms must still agree with subjects. To Chapter 2. Passive voice uses auxiliary verbs and past participles. Chapter 10. common grammar mistakes, fixing everyday errors. Objectives: identify and correct frequent grammar mistakes. Understand why these errors occur and how to fix them. Why these mistakes happen. Similar sounding words. Homophones, its versus its. Transferring incorrect rules from native languages. Overgeneralizing irregular verb patterns. Fix-it tips. Its versus. Its is equal to it is. Its is equal to possessive. Your versus. Your is equal to you are. Double negatives. Avoid using more than one negative in a sentence. Verb misuse. Check for subject-verb agreement and tense consistency. Quick checklist quiz. Is your subject singular or plural? Does your verb agree with the subject? Are you using the right article or pronoun? Are you using the correct tense and modal? Did you avoid double negatives? Did you confuse its or your through stories, characters, and practical context? This book helps learners not just understand grammar rules, but internalize them. By the end, grammar won't just be something you study. It will be something you feel. Thank you for learning with English Passage. Congratulations on completing this journey with English Passage. We hope this guide, like our videos, has helped you listen, imagine, and absorb grammar through story. Keep watching, keep reading, and remember, you learn best when you learn with stories. Until next time, happy learning. Jai Hind. Vande Matram.